Hi, this is Nicholas Bell with Eye on Cinema, here to review Sylvie'S Love, the sophomore film directed by musician turned director Eugene Ashe, which premiered in the U.S. Dramatic Competition of the 2020 Sundance Film Festival and will be released courtesy of Amazon Prime December 23rd, 2020. It stars Tessa Thompson as Sylvie, a young woman who works in her father's record store in 1957 Harlem, who dreams of becoming a TV producer. While she's working in the store of her father, who is played by Reddick, she comes to meet Roberts, played by Nnamdi Asomugha, who is a talented saxophonist who wants a little extra cash and is kind of enamored with the young girl he sees in the window. Come to find, she goes to see him play with the Dickie Brewster Quartet, which he's part of at the Blue Morocco. At the same time, a French woman, a countess played by Jemima Kirke, has offered to be their manager because she finds them talented. Eventually she lands them a semi-long-term gig in Paris that he has to go away to. But in the interim of that, these two fall in love, even though her mother Eunice, played by Erica Gimpel, who is in TV series Fame in the 80s, has decided this man is beneath her station. But of course, as these things go, Sylvie is pregnant. She doesn't tell Robert before he leaves, and then she ends up actually marrying the man she is engaged to, a betrothal that happened because she'd been caught fooling around with him and he's away on military duty. 5 years pass, it's 1962. She meets Robert by accident while waiting to attend a Nancy Wilson concert, and then they kind of rekindle their relationship. At the same time, her own career is taking off in leaps and bounds, and she becomes the producer of a television show, the Lucy Wolpert Cooking Hour, which Wendi McLendon-Covey provides some brief comic relief as said television personality. And of course, a few more trials and travails happen to these star-crossed lovers from there. It very much is a film that feels like it was released in the period that it's set in, like a really good 1940s, 50s women's picture, except with all the black characters and representation that, you know, was happening, but wasn't allowed to be presented on screen. I think it's dedicated to Diane Carroll. Well, the dedication reads to Diane, Nancy, and Doris, which I took to mean Diane Carroll, Nancy Wilson, and Doris Day. And if you look at Tessa Thompson's performance, it's very much a subdued, sweethearted personality, much like Doris Day was known as playing. And unlike, say, a Bette Davis or Joan Crawford, who were usually portrayed as much more aggressive in their machinations to get what they want and need, and these same types of parameters. I'd even say an Affair to Remember comes to mind with the Deborah Carr persona kind of evoked by Tessa Thompson. Very elegant, the production design and the wardrobe all feels very much in this particular universe of the late 50s, early 60s Harlem. Great supporting cast. Ava Longoria pops up. As I said, Reddick, John Magaro, who's also in Kelly Reichardt's First Cow this year. Ryan Michelle Bathe as the producer that hires her, I thought was a nice warm part. It was shot by Declan Quinn, who of course lends Hamilton this year, as well as Leaving Las Vegas. Just everything about this felt like a very elevated, elegant melodrama of the period it's set in. Overall, I would give it 4 out of 5 stars. Thank you.
Hey, this is Eric from EyeOnCinema.com. If you want to support us, subscribe below. For more reviews, interviews, film festival coverage from Sundance, Cannes, Toronto, you want to check out these guys on this side.